The Second Great Awakening. You may believe in a religion that was not around about 200 years ago. This is all because of a revival called the Second Great Awakening. This revival was where two groups made a new religion. The two groups were the Methodists and the Baptists. The topic is the Second Great Awakening. During the late 18th century and the early 19th century, the Second Great Awakening took place. This was an event that dealt with religion. The two groups, Methodists and Baptists, made a new religion in a meeting that was called the Camp Group. The religion that was created from this meeting was the Mormons. Both the black race and women became more involved during this particular revival. The revival of this time was more involved and focused upon religion, seeing as it was a religious revival. What exactly caused the Second Great Awakening, you may be asking? Well, it was a religious reaction that was caused by the French Revolution. There was also a different thought in theology and religion. The people, the Christians, of America took it to reform society. Since the people believed that they could achieve grace from God by not sinning or from His forgiveness, when they were told that they could achieve His grace through inner and outer struggle and asking for forgiveness, it was a huge step in their individual reform movements. The French Revolution was a major cause for the Second Great Awakening. The Revolution caused most Americans the want or need to reform the better society that they live in. They wanted to make their land better and their home a more advanced land. Now, what happened during the Second Great Awakening? Well, the Second Great Awakening began around 1790. It gained momentum around 1800, and it was in full motion by 1820. During these revivals, Charles Granson Finney, a dominant preacher during that time and a lawyer, the Methodists and the Baptists were all key people during this time. The Methodists and Baptists helped reform the American society after the French Revolution. The revival took place in the United States, Kentucky, New England, Western New York, and Tennessee. The Second Great Awakening was a Protestant revival. It was a religious revival, so with a new religion forming from Methodists and Baptists, it was a significant event. Evangelism was popular in that time. It was the spreading of Christian gospel. It was spread by preaching or by personal witnessing. When it was told that anyone could achieve grace during a very religious time period, that meant a lot to the people, and it meant a new look on their belief and religion. Individual reform movements also took great impact in that time period. The camp meeting was where a new religion was formed by the Methodists and Baptists. This camp meeting took place in Kentucky. This camp meeting happened when Charles Granson Finney took charge alongside the Baptists and Methodists, and they led an awakening or revival with the singular vision of a more religious place. The religious view was a big thing, so when the Methodists and Baptists took charge creating a new religion that would meet in the area in Kentucky for the largest camp meeting, it would be held for 2 to 3 weeks at a time, usually only once a year. This was a religious event that was an important part of our history. Evangelism was the religion that was preached about on the streets. This event caused change because it created a new religion in the United States that would spread throughout the United States over time. This all started when the Methodists, the Baptists, and Charles Granson Finney, he was a famous preacher in that time area, all helped put together a new religion. Not only one new religion was formed during this time, but several. A few religions that you may recognize, such as Mormons, were formed during the Second Great Awakening. This revival was an important part in our religious outlook.